How's it going, everyone? This is Jason Navarro. You're listening to Tongues Out Podcast, and let's just jump right into today's subject. And what that subject is actually is something that you would think would be the number one reason why everyone would be afraid of Halloween, and that is deaths, economic crisis, like everything spooky you can think of. Um, you would think would come from the actual holiday of Halloween. But actually, funny enough, the thing that actually costs you as a taxpayer billions of dollars every year, and on top of that, costs multiple families lost loved ones and so much negativity and confusion is daylight savings time. Why in the hell is this a thing in society? And so we'll touch on everything I just brought up. You're like, what, Des? Yeah, right. Honestly, every year there is a spike of increase of vehicular homicides from the fact that when people roll back the clocks for an hour, they lose an hour of their day. Really throws off a lot of people. Sometimes so people have to like work on the day of when the holiday started. Wow, I just realized that right now it's November 1st and it's 11:11 p.m. right now. That's the weirdest thing. Um Spooky. No. But yeah, I mean a lot of vehicular homicides occur on daylight savings time and a week of, due to the fact that a lot of people's adjustment to the time is thrown out of whack, because it's a little bit different than the spring forward, where like the clocks roll forward an hour. That one doesn't really affect people as much as the when you lose an hour of every day. It gets darker earlier. Your sleep schedule gets messed up, and actually that applies to um, the spring forward aspect of daylight savings time. But so yeah, I mean, people die. Suicide rates, I think, are up during daylight savings time, like time changes, which I don't know what that's from, and um, productivity, like literally billions of dollars of company money is lost every year to both the time changes and daylight savings time. It costs companies so much money, like if you account for all of GDP. And it's because, again, people are just, they wake up late, they are not productive, they're super tired. Just a lot of different things related to the aspect of being tired and having your sleep schedule thrown off by an hour really can affect a lot of people. And I don't understand why we do it. It didn't make sense when it was invented, and it still doesn't make sense to this day. And why we still hold on to daylight savings time is just as stupid to me as time zones in general. This whole idea that I have family that lives in Florida. I have my brother that lives in New Zealand. I have family that lives in the United Kingdom, in Scotland. I have friends all over the United States. And when I reach out to them, I have to think to myself, oh, I wonder what time it is for them. I wonder if it's daytime or nighttime for them. Um, or like how many hours ahead or behind are they compared to where I'm at? That idea is the stupidest thing for me. I don't understand it. I don't understand why the world can't just have one universal time. I mean, it is a thing. Universal time is a thing. But the fact that no country uses it as their predominant like usage of time management is the stupidest thing to me. Like, it should be 12 p.m. Like right now, it should be 11:14 p.m. for everyone around the world. And for some people, that's daytime for them. And for some people, it's nighttime for them. For some people, that's mid-afternoon for them. For some people, that's early morning. I don't understand why it matters that we use this AM PM system. It's so stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I understand that it would be weird for some people as a cultural shock, or like right now, if we were to change the system like right now. But if the system was never invented in the first place, it wouldn't be that big of a culture shock. And it makes sense why it was invented in the past, because accurate time management or timekeeping was impossible to have. But nowadays, we have atomic clocks that are able to like down to the microsecond. I mean, literally, we use like atoms in the way that they um go through their half life as a use like as a way to determine like seconds and and is used as like an aspect of time management. So I don't understand why it's a thing that we have to use like different times for every like, and there's like what, there's like 24 different time zones. Actually, there's more than that, because like, for instance, Arizona is a perfect example. If you're living in the US, I think it goes Phoenix does daylight savings time. The state of Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time. So you could, in theory, drive through Arizona, through Phoenix, and then out of Phoenix back into Arizona, and you would have to change your clock 3 times. Or, I mean, yeah, if you were driving into Arizona, like let's say from Texas or California, where the time zones are different, you'd essentially have to drive, like right when you entered Arizona, you would change your clock behind an hour. Then when you go into Phoenix, you would have to then adjust it for an hour ahead. And then you would have to adjust it again when you're leaving Phoenix to go into the rest of Arizona. That doesn't make any sense. I think like North Korea does like a 30-minute time zone, which doesn't, it's so stupid. It's like a 0.5 time zone. There's other countries that do like a 0.125 time zone. It's ridiculous. Like if you look at time zones on the globe, starts to get really ridiculous once you start leaving like the Western cultured countries from like, and even then like they don't even make any sense. The time zones are like so weirdly shaped. They're not all evenly shaped. They're like, they follow lines that don't make any sense. It's just stupid. It really is stupid. I mean, there should be just a military clock. Like it's 0100 for everyone. It's 0200 for everyone. It's 2400 for everyone. No, I mean, that would be 000. I don't think, is there a 24? Military people are going to get offended by me saying that. Is there? So it's 2359, 24. Yeah, there's a 2400, right? No, it goes to 0. 2359 to 0001. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm right there. That makes more sense, because if you do 2400 and then 1, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So it's 2359, that would be 11:59 p.m. for everyone out there. It would be just the same time. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. It's so annoying having to remember, like, luckily you don't have to remember that because everyone has like technological devices, but like there are still things that are analog, like your car, your microwaves, your refrigerators, and it's just stupid. Like my coffee machine, like there was like a million things. I was just looking at it and I was like, wait, what time is it? Oh, yeah, it's not that time. I need to adjust that. And to then have to go to every manual device or analog device and change that just always reminds me of just how stupid of a system daylight savings time is. And then it then equally reminds me just how stupid time zones are as well. If anyone wants to try to sit there and explain to me why time zones are important, I'm probably just going to block you out and laugh to myself while you're trying to explain it, because it would be just to me a biased argument, because there's absolutely no need for it. We could just use the UTI. I think that's universal time the universal time index. I think that's what it's called. But either way, one could hope It's like the same thing like with why in America we're the only country outside of like one other country. It's like Somalia or some other country where essentially everyone else uses metric and we use um the standard model. And it's the stupidest thing ever. It's ugh, this world. It could be so dumb sometimes. But anyways, on that note, thank you guys for hearing me. I can't believe it's November. This is so weird. It's like November 2020. I feel like time is flying so fast, but we have 2 more days to election time as well. That's just so crazy. I bet people are getting so antsy. I'm just like, whatever. It is what it is. We'll go 4 years of not appreciating either candidate and still seeing the same faces in Congress. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on everything. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will catch you guys mañana. Peace.